Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us live. My name is Margareta. I am a program manager at America House Chisinau, and today we will talk about the benefits of a study of a United States Institute's program and the importance of media literacy for our society with our special guest, Natalia Beregoi. Natalia Beregoi is the head of the Communication and International Relations Department, the head of a training center at public institution company Teleradio Moldova, and lecturer at Faculty of Journalism and Communication Studies at Moldova State University. Natalia is the only journalism and media SUSI alumna from Moldova, and she participated in this program in 2018 at Ohio University. Dear Natalia, thank you for being with us and choosing to share your experience with us today.
Hello, Margareta. Hello to everyone, to all the followers of the America House. It's a great honor to be invited to present and to talk to you about media literacy, especially nowadays when we have to be media literate because of all the stuff that are going around. So thank you for having me today here in this live session.
We are very glad. Now the call for applications for the 2022 SUSI programs is open for students, leaders, secondary school educators, and for scholars. The deadline for submitting the application for the study of the United States Institutes is December 19, 2021. So Natalia, you participated in 2018. Back then, how did you find out about this program and what motivated you to apply for it?
My story is very interesting. Actually, I have read about this program in 2016 at the end of the year, as it's now at the end of the year. But when I have read the requirements, I thought that actually I'm not ready for this and I need more studying. So it was like in many cases related to my anxiety, the fear that I have been ready to participate to this great program. 1 year has passed quickly, and the next year in 2017, I have decided to participate and to apply for this program. For me, it was always interesting and to be part of this community and to understand how the media system is working in the United States and to find out more about communication and from educators from other countries. So my motivation, of course, was relied on my personal and professional development. I wanted to find out more, to visit a country, and especially to go to all the media outlets there, and to find out more about all this that I will mention during this session.
How was the application process? Was it difficult?
I think that it was not difficult. Actually, it includes some let's say a readiness before. For me, it took 2 or 3 days, not more, to apply, to write about myself, to make my resume, to give some examples of what I have done before. I mean, like curricular, my experience in trainings, my experience in teaching, and of course to write an essay that was part of this applying process. But now, after a couple of years that this program has ended for me, I consider that it was not as difficult as we may consider at the beginning.
So now let's talk about the experience. You are the only SUSI alumna from Moldova in journalism and media. How was your experience with this program? Maybe how old were you when you went there? At what stage in your career? What were your first impressions about USA and their institutions?
I was a middle-aged professional at that time. I was 36 years old. I had already the experience of teaching. I had the experience to be a trainer. I knew to speak. I knew English, but of course, I haven't ever had the opportunity to teach in English. So when I went in United States for the first time, because it was my only time going traveling to United States of America, of course it was like an I was nervous. Of course, I was nervous. I was expecting something different, and I was a little bit afraid of what it. I mean, like afraid, like when you are not comfortable and you do not know what you can expect there. But at the end of the program, I understand that actually I was very lucky. I was lucky because I have met great people. I have met a lot of educators around the world. I had the experience to teach in English. I have the chance to travel across United States of America, and of course to become part of the great networking in media and communication studies. We were 18 scholars from 18 countries, so only one scholar from one country. And all the scholars were mid-age, professional in their sphere. Mostly of them were educators, or let's say lecturer at the university, and they have taught subjects related to communication and media. So at the beginning, how you can maybe imagine that actually we were all nervous, we were all uncomfortable, but after 2 or 3 days, we have just understood that actually we are the same. We have the same problems, we have the same interests, we are so much, we have so many similarities. So um, um, if I would have the chance one more time to apply to this, I would do it for sure. But for you to understand more how our group was and who we were at this program, now we will share a video of you, and you'll find out who we were and how many languages we have spoken there.
I'm so happy with our SUSI family.
Hi, I'm Parvez Khan from Pakistan.
I'm Lo from Malaysia.
Hi, I'm Early Strela. I come from Albania.
I'm Sushita.
Hi, I'm Brit from Estonia.
Hi, my name is Kizito.
I'm Hanan Traversi from Tunisia.
Hi, I'm Rosemary from Malta.
Hello, this is Benjamin, SUSI scholar from Canada.
Hello everybody, I'm Samah from Egypt.
Hello, my name is Sumyawi. I come from Yemen.
My name is Roberta Muchangwe from Zambia.
My name is Natalia. I am from Moldova.
After day one, SUSI is gonna be my family.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn from China.
Mulțumesc.
Obrigado.
SUSI. Faliminert.
Merci. شكرا جزيلا.
A toute la salle.
Merci beaucoup.
شكرا.
شكرا جزيلا.
As you could see in this video, actually we were 18 from different continents, from different countries, with different accent. I mean, like talking in English, but we at the end of this program have become friends, and we consider ourselves as a family, as a SUSI family.
So the SUSI program takes place at various colleges, university institutions throughout the United States over the course of 6 weeks. And it includes 4-week academic residency component and up to 2 weeks of integrated study tours. Natalia, what new skills have you developed during the 4-week residency?
Of course, first of all, I would want to mention about pedagogical skills, because of course I have taught before in Moldova, but there at Ohio University, I had the chance to find out about how to use some tools, some digital tools when you are teaching, and it's becoming easier to teach. Also, I would say about public speaking. We here are not, let's say, not so much trained in public speaking, and this is a very great skill that you have to learn about this because it's part of our life. And I have learned a lot about this there, and also I had the chance to experience. But imagine that you have to teach in front of the students that who speak in English as their native language, and you are a foreigner, and you have and imagine your challenge, in all this. But at the end of the day, you are doing great, and you obtain all these new skills. Also, I would mention here the teamwork skills, because during the academic program we must to do some workshops in groups and to solve some conflicts. I mean, like, discussing about this. So the teamwork skills were, developed a lot there. And imagine in a diverse group, these skills, becoming better and better. And if I'm still mentioning about this, and it's about building relationship with people from different culture. So these skills were developed during this program. So of course, maybe some interpersonal, interaction, of course it were, but I would say that these four were the most developed there in my case.
Can you give us some examples of the new practices you learned there, especially in journalism and media?
If we will talk about journalism, when we are talking about journalism and media, of course, the media system differs with United States. And it's for sure for all that who are following the media. So being there, being part of that program, I have learned how to understand and how to follow the media in the United States. It's different. The way that they are producing news, the way they are producing content. I mean, even entertainment content for kids, for for youth, for adults. This is different than we are creating here. So all these practices I have been taken from there, and then I came here because, as Margareta mentioned, I am working for the public broadcaster here in Moldova, and I implemented some of that practices here. But of course, as I said, the system differs, but this does not mean that some of the practices obtained there could not be implemented here. Of course, it can.
And this program also includes 2 weeks of integrated study tours. What is this tour all about, and what have you learned during it?
So we had these tours, I mean, like for 2 weeks, but these 2 weeks were not, the consecutive days. It was like starting 1 week and 3 days going to in a tour. So it was very good, a very good schedule, by the way, made by the director of that program and all his staff. They never gave us the chance to miss our homes. So we were so much involved in all these activities during 6 weeks that actually we do not miss family in the way that we could, like staying and thinking about kids, about family, about the parents. So tours across the country included some visits to the media outlet. So if now I will talk more in details about this, and I will start to talk about the Cleveland. Cleveland is a city situated nearby the Ohio Athens, because Ohio State University has several campuses. So we have been in Athens city. So Cleveland is a city situated nearby Ohio. So when we have been there, we had the chance to see, to go to the Call and Post newspaper headquarters and to discuss with the editor-in-chief and all the journalists there. Of course, also we went to some TV outlet, and we have been witnessing how they are producing news and some of content, and we were part of that, let's say, editing process. And also because Cleveland is very, very well known for this rock and roll Hall of Fame, we went there and we have seen a lot. So now I will share with you a video about the visit in Cleveland. It's a short one. I'll comment a little bit. So yes, but this is about Sugar Creek. This is
this one. Yeah.
So this is a city, Cleveland. Yeah, we are going to the TV, see the name. And this is another director of SUSI program. And we are going to Cleveland 19 TV outlet. We have been part of some meetings, as I told you. So this is the newsroom. This is how the news are created. So see, this is how they are recording the shows. Here we are with the anchor of that program, taking notes and saying hello to all the followers who are now watching this video. So because we were part of this, and we are media scholars, and of course we are editors, we have created a lot of video about this. And I will share with you now. The next our stop, let's say, or travel tour, we went to the Columbus. Columbus is a city, is also a big city nearby Athens, and of course so here we went to another media outlets. So this is where, here we are at the Columbus Dispatch, a newspaper very well known in Columbus. And we had also meetings with the editor-in-chief. We have learned a lot about how the process of editing, how is the process of gaining the news, how is the editorial part of this, how to create news, because you know that sometimes the press is underestimated. I mean, differing with TV and radio. Here we are at the Ohio State House, and we went on tour there. And of course, if we are talking about media, but actually one of the interesting point of this travel tours were to visit Amish country. You know a lot about this Amish community. They are, let's say, a little bit different from us, related to media consuming. They also, even they have their own rules and principles and values. They have their own media outlet. They have a newspaper, a very interesting one. It's called Budget. And we have the chance not only to go and visit how it is printed, even now it's printed, but we also have discussed, we met with a couple of Amish people, and they have shared with us the experience, how they see world, and what are the rules in their community. So take a look, what is Amish country, and see that this is very, very interesting and very, very nice. This is the budget, where the budget is printed. Sugar Creek is a village in Amish country. So this, yeah, we were always on the road, on free vans. Of course, all the topics there is about agriculture because Amish people are more, let's say, concentrated on agriculture. Yeah, we met one of them. He presented their school, how the school are looking. We have seen there. So Sugar Creek for me looked similar to Moldova with a lot of green fields and great people. So of course we have visited CNN. This is a very, very, let's say, a wish for all the journalists here to go to the CNN headquarters and to meet the people who are working there. So I had this experience. We have been in Atlanta, and also in Atlanta, we have seen the Jimmy Carter Library and Museum and Martin Luther King National Historic Site. Also, at the end of this program, we had the chance to go to Washington for 10 days and to participate at the conference and also to visit the National Geographic, Voice of America, the Museum, White House, and Capitol.
Natalia, what about your relationships with American or international counterparts? Are you still in touch with them? Did you get along with them?
Of course. We did great there. We had create a good relation. Even now, we are part of our group. We have a group on WhatsApp, let's say like this, and we keep posting. We are informing each other about our successes. We know everything about our families, and when somebody is having some great news for us, it's he or she shares with us on this group. Also, we help each other and support in developing some curricula. And sometimes we provide trainings in common. As I had this experience this year to organize some trainings for Moldovan journalists, and I have invited 3 or 4 of my colleagues, SUSI colleagues, and they provided some trainings for Moldovan journalists. And of course, as I mentioned at the beginning, we are a family and we care for each other. And sometimes if somebody is quiet on that group, I mean, for 2 or 3 weeks, so we are calling, we are texting and asking what happened. So this we have become not just a network, but a family, as I mentioned.
And you are a university lecturer and coordinator of training programs for journalists. How have you implemented the knowledge from the SUSI experience into your professional activity?
First of all, I changed my curricula. I introduced more practical work. I started to use some digital tools for teaching. I have been more exposed to, let's say, to global media and journalism, and I provide more examples for my students. Because some of my students know English, and for them it's easy to read, and I provide some literature, some resources, some papers, some books in English. I mean, like to read and to find out more. So just to tell you one stuff, I'm dividing my life into now. My life before SUSI and my life after. I gained not only good friends and colleagues, but I gained experience. I gained confidence, and I gained support that actually we can do a lot in our country. We just need sometimes to be trained to get more knowledge from abroad, from the people who have experienced more in media production, I mean, like comparing to Republic of Moldova. And of course, if you have all this and you have enthusiasm to change something, it happens. You can do it.
So the institute you participated in, it's journalism and media. It's all about media literacy and countering disinformation. Why do you think it's important to be media literate and to teach young people from our country media literacy?
Nowadays, it's very important, and it must be, everyone should be media literate. We have witnessed an infodemic last 2 years. A lot of fake, a lot of distorted information is spread, and media consumer should know how to identify a fake from a real. Media literacy involves a critical thinking, and we should, by this, by teaching them to empower individuals to understand, develop, and share informed viewpoints. It has been demonstrated that actually highly news literate teens are more intrinsically motivated to consume news with skepticism and being more and knowing more about media and how the media should be consumed. We will create and we will help for our next generation to become better, to know how to critical think, and to select what to consume. Nowadays, when social media is so well spread and developed, and it's spread at a rapid pace, and also we have witnessed, but actually politicians also weaponized the idea of fake news. I will not mention some names now, but actually you know that when sometimes some cases when politicians are using fake news to get more followers, fans, and just to gain more audience and to be more well known. But what a point that we should understand that we should start media literacy education early, but do not forget about older adults, because in this way we will hold media company and social media platforms accountable for what they are spreading to us. So media literacy have become a very important component of our social life. I have 2 kids, and I am also witnessing what they are consume. I mean, like all the social platforms that they are watching now, and I know that all the parents now are facing the same problem, because you cannot block the kids, I mean, account from all these media platforms, that actually you have to filtrate, or let's say to choose what he or she should consume. So for us as parents to know that actually our kids are safe using these media platforms is not just to stop them to use it. It's just to teach them, to educate them, to select bad from good, to select what is fake from real. And in this way, educating them, making them media literate, we will help them in the next to think critically and to understand what is good and what is bad. Not stopping them to consume, because this is impossible now to stop the kids to consume social media content.
And now for the end of our session, what piece of advice would you offer to other scholars, Moldovan scholars, who would like to apply for this program?
First of all, be confident. because I have lost a year. I told you about this at the beginning, and it was related only to my anxiety if I would succeed or not. Be confident. If you are a middle-aged person and you have a professional career in teaching, it being an educator, or you are a good producer, a media producer, something related to media and communication, and you want to gain more experience, to obtain more knowledge, to become part of the very good network, and to want to spread all the ideas, all the knowledge that you are gaining in another country, not being only part of this project, but also to spread some good ideas from your colleagues from another country. So I advise you to apply, and I wish you to have luck. I consider that it was like a luck in my life, because actually I have changed a lot after this, and I'm thankful that it happened, and I obtained this.
Natalia, thank you very much for all this interesting information, for being so open to sharing and motivating others to take the risk of going to a different country, participate in professional development programs, and grow professionally. Dear audience, thank you for watching us live. If you liked this live session, you can find other similar events on our website and Facebook page. You can also come to visit our center at Bănuțescu Bodoni 27. I wish you all a great evening. Thank you.